May I ask for your attention because the session is about to begin. Please have a nice seat. Thank you. Before we start this event, I would like to ask for us to pray with our own faith. The prayer start. Amen. As a sign of respect, I would like to ask all of us to stand together to sing the national anthem of Indonesia and Malaysia and also March of Trisakti. May all the audience stand up. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan untuk kita semua. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's guest lecture with the theme Biophilic Project in Malaysia, Integrating Nature for Sustainable Built Environments. I am Fiedra Azalia, and I'm going to be your master of ceremony for this event. First thing first, I would like to greet the Honorable Dekan FTSP, Fakultas Teknik Sipil dan Perencanaan, Bapak Dr. Insinyur Ahmad Hadi Prabowo MT. The Honorable Wakil Dekan 4, Ibu Dr. Lisa Oxri Nelvia STMT MSc. The Honorable Ketua Jurusan Teknik Sipil Dr. Insinyur Fahmi Hermawan STMT, Insinyur Profesional Utama ASEAN Engineer. Our honorable guest lecturer, that was gonna be our speaker today, technologist Dr. Khairul Zahrin Maut Aruf, and everyone present here today. Before we continue, I invite Bapak Dr. Insinyur Ahmad Hadi Prabowo MT to deliver the opening speech. To Pak Hadi, time and place is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon you all. It is a great pleasure and honor for me to welcome all of you to this international guest lecture hosted by the Faculty of Civil Engineering and Planning, Universitas Trisakti. We are especially delighted to welcome our distinguished speakers, technologist Dr. Khairul Zahrin Maut Aruf, and thank him for joining us today to share his expertise. This guest lecture is part of the Trisakti International Student Exchange Program, or TRISEP, a university level initiative and also an integral part of FTSP commitment to support the internationalization of education. TRISEP provides valuable opportunities for students and faculty to engage in global academic exchange, broaden their perspective, and build international collaboration. The topic of today's lecture, Biophilic Project in Malaysia, Integrating Nature for Sustainable Built Environment, is highly relevant to both architecture and civil engineering. Biophilic design focus on integrating natural elements into the built environment to enhance human health, comfort, and productivity. In architecture, this means designing buildings that connect people with nature. In civil engineering is in full planning infrastructure that respect and harmonize with natural system to support sustainability. We are pleased to have participation from various backgrounds, students, lecturers, and invite guests. And we hope this session will inspire new ideas for creating more sustainable and livable environment. Once again, welcome and thank you for your participation. And in here for the Vice Dean, Pulisa, and then the Head of Study Program, PhD Study Program in Architecture, Bu Iim, and then the lecturer and the student. I think it's the opportunity to insight your knowledge in the biophilic design or planning. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Pak Hadi, for the opening remarks. To Pak Hadi, may stay in position to sign the implementation agreement between FTSP and UCSI University Malaysia. For the next session, we would like to give Dr. Khairul a little souvenir as a present. Next session, we will start our main agenda, which based on the theme, we will discuss about the framework for biophilic construction project in Malaysia. Now we have come to our main agenda. All presentation and discussion will be moderated by our moderator, Bapak Insinyur Sabto Nugroho Soekardi, STMT. Allow me to read his short bio. Bapak Sabto is a dedicated lecturer at Universitas Trisakti and specializing in construction management with research interest in sustainable construction, lean construction, and data-driven decision-making in construction project. Also, Bapak Sabto is the co-founder of IAMKRI, that stands for Ikatan Ahli Management Konstruksi Ramping Indonesia. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us welcome our moderator and our speaker, Dr. Hoirul Zarin Maud Aruf, to the stage. Time and place is yours.
For the short introduction. So, fellow participants, fellow students, and fellow lecturers, allow me to introduce our esteemed guest lecturer today. It is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker today, technologist Dr. Hoirul Zarin bin Maud Aruf, a visionary civil engineer and passionate educator from Malaysia. Dr. Hoirul currently serves as lecturer at the School of Architecture and Built Environment, UCSI University, and also holds the position of Executive Director at Anatolia Group, SDN PhD, where he leads biophilic and eco-city development initiatives. He holds a PhD in Project Management from University Technology Malaysia, with his doctoral research focusing on framework for biophilic construction projects in Malaysia. His work has significantly contributed to advancing nature-based solutions, sustainable urbanism, and the integration of green infrastructure into the built environment. Dr. Hoirul has published extensively on biophilic cities, including award-winning research on the challenge and success factors of biophilic development in Malaysia. He is also actively involved in various international conferences and innovation challenges, receiving accolades such as the Best Presenter Award at an international colloquium for his insights on biophilic construction practice. With that, please join me in welcoming technologist Dr. Hoirul Zarin Maud Aruf.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning, everyone. Terima kasih Pak atas kehadirannya. Such a wonderful introductions on me, actually. Thank you for that as well. Actually, I don't know how to take compliments. I'm not good in taking compliments. For me, compliment is a poison. If you want to success, compliment is a poison. So be careful how you take that compliment. It's just like challenge. Challenge is nothing actually. It's not something negative. It's not something positive. It's neutral. But it could be poison for you. So same goes with compliments. Okay, if you take it in the good way and then still be humble, it will be honey. Not honey, my darling, but it could be honey, madhu. But if you take it for, for compliment, just to make you feel happy and proud of yourself, it could be a poison. Later, it will be bad for you. So I don't know how to take it. But anyway, thank you so much. This is such wonderful introductions on me. Should I start?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So today, I'll take it easy. We won't do something very stressful, and it won't be something, very technical. Since this is a guest lecture, it will be very general. Hopefully it could be understood by everyone, even the kindergarten kids. Okay, so I bet you are all graduate students, so it should be easy for you to take it at home. Okay, so who's still like this? None of you? Me. You? I'm also like that actually. Bu Lisa was worrying that the student will be sleeping in my lecture. I said, no, don't be worried about that. Be worried that the speaker will be sleeping. I sleep, because like when I get tired, I hardly get sleep. So that's me. I bet you can see that. That seems, right? Only that I'm a bit cuter than that one. Okay, so you wake up in the morning. What you do? You take shower. If you do take shower. You wake up like this, Any of your moms or your lecturer call you to wake you up? Any of you? This morning? None. Then you are lucky. You're in a good side. You brush your teeth? Sure. Who is not? Come on, I got prize for you. Who? None. Sure. Sure. None of you? 500? 5,000, is it big?
No.
Not very low. Okay. I have 100,000. Who?
Come on.
Okay, good. You take shower. Then you go brush your teeth. If you don't, it should be shampoo. Even the cat brush their teeth. Okay, you take shower. You come here with the heavy traffic. Is it heavy traffic today?
No.
Nah, it's because it's Saturday, right? Everyone's still sleeping, even in Malaysia. I like to go riding, especially during the weekend before 10 a.m. because everyone's still sleeping. And then the road is mine. I'm the king. Okay, you perhaps come by train. Any of you come by train today? Yes, okay, you come by train. Any one of you come by this vehicle? Lucky you are in Indonesia. Look at this country. So be grateful what you have. At last, you arrived to this wonderful building. Gedung Fakultas Teknik Sipil dan Perencanaan Universitas Trisakti. So what you see from these photos? Buildings, what else? If you realize in your whole life, from morning when you wake up until you go to sleep, you can't run away from civil engineering. So you should be proud of yourself that you are taking this course. Terima kasih atas pelajaran Anda untuk membangunkan Indonesia Raya. Okay, so if you look at civil engineering, there's a lot of branches, there's a lot of field that you can go through. Okay, we have structural engineer. Is it possible for me to stand?
Yeah, it's okay.
You have that structural engineer, you have transportation engineer, you have water resources engineering, geotechnical engineering, geomedical, environmental engineering, geoinformatic, remote sensing, GIS, and construction management. Can I see who are focusing on structural engineering? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who are from transportation engineering? 1, 2. Only 2. 4. No wonder the traffic in Indonesia is quite bad. We need more. And who is in the water resources engineering? None. Luckily, we have heavy rain throughout the year, so we won't have that problems. Geotechnical engineering? Indonesia, di bawah garisan khatulistiwa, prone to earthquake. Come on, none of you taking geotechnical engineering? So bad. Environmental engineering. 1? Only 1? We have 1 environmentalist?
Actually, it's different faculty here.
Oh, different faculties. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Anyone from geoinformatics? None? Okay. Remote sensing? Construction management? Or project management? 1. 2. And last, structural engineering. Oh, we good for that as well. Okay. So, to conclude, civil engineering, whatever you see with your bare eyes, from the morning you wake up, you open your eyes, you see any structural or unstructured members, that's all related to civil engineering. So you should be proud of it. So, or maybe some of you regret to take this course. Ibu Lisa, ada dapat scholarship Yang dapat scholarship regret tu kita potong Okay, but today I'm going to focus on the biophilic. So biophilic basically is a combination of construction management and environment, and it's a little bit on the planning for architecture. Perhaps 20, but when you talk about design and architecture, this could be one of the key elements. Okay, but for engineer, this could be only like 25%. Okay. So today, since this is a guest lecture, I will make it quite generic. I won't focus very technicals and how I get into the data and also the analysis. So what we're going to focus today is about the biophilic project in Malaysia. So biophilic is something that not new. It's there since 1980s. But today, we're going to look into Malaysia context. What are the projects that already implementing or implemented biophilic in Malaysia? I just show you about 2-3 cases. Okay, so you could call me Dr. K. Don't call me Datuk K. You know Siti Nurhaliza? Datuk K is the husband of Siti Nurhaliza. So I don't want Siti Nurhaliza to come to me and it's like, why you claim to be my husband? No, Dr. K. Okay, not Dr. Strange. Marvel didn't pay me, so I don't have money from Marvel. So call me Dr. K. Okay. So if you look at these words, Shin, Rin, Yoku. Can any one of you read this? Oh, you speak Japanese very well. Or perhaps you like sushi. Okay. In Japan, there is a term used which is forest bathing. Means that be with the nature. Not forest bathing means that you take tanah lalu mandian, bukan ya. Maksudnya kamu masuk ke dalam hutan. That is what we call biophilic at the first place. Okay, we don't need, nature don't need us, but we need nature. Okay, so one of the easiest way for you to get healed from any disease is to be barefoot on the ground. It's been proven in all the traditionals and also modern medicines. Okay, so walking barely with your bare foot on the ground will boost your energy, reduce your stress and many things. That's what I'm not going to focus today on the benefits of biophilic, because the benefit of biophilic is already there. But I will show you, perhaps in one slide, to open up your eyes. But then later you can go search. It's a lot, okay? And it's all proven that we need nature, but nature doesn't need us. You want the proof? If we don't have any plant on earth, can you breathe? You need oxygen. Where the oxygen come from? That's the easiest way. From photosynthesis, carbon dioxide being absorbed by the plants and it will release oxygens. The basic thing for us to keep living, the oxygen itself. So that's one of the easiest analogy to remind us that green doesn't need us, but we do need greens. Okay, just being surrounded by bountiful nature, it will rejuvenate and inspire us. These words have come from Wilson's, one of the pioneer in biophilic theory. Okay, so this is one of the examples of biophilic project in Malaysia, rumah hutan. So basically biophilic adalah terapi alam, terapi alami. Okay. So, I keep saying what is biophilic, but what is biophilic actually? Biophilic is a term adopted from the word biophilia that can be defined as the emotional affiliations of human being to other living organism. Human being is other living organism, everything. It could be flora, it could be fauna. Okay? So why do we keep talking about biophilic? As I keep mentioning just now, we need nature. But why is it about? It claimed that the relationships of the human being with the natural world enhances productivity performance, giving a positive impact on the attention's restorations and stress reduction, increases positive emotions, reduce negative emotions, lead to realizations of the brain, ocular muscles, lenses, and well as lower diastolic blood pressure and stress hormone, namely cortisol, level in bloodstream. Okay, so in medical, it's proven. Traditionally, or modern medicals, it's already proven that biophilic enhance not only your physical, but also your emotion. So as a background, Malaysia is ranked among the East Asian most urbanized country, where consequently Malaysia faces challenges in meeting the urban populations and human being needs. If we look at the focus of the government, strengthening the enabling environment, promoting sustainable consumptions and productions, conserving natural resources, and strengthening against climate change and natural disaster. Okay, so if you look there, where is Malaysia? Malaysia is here. That one is Indonesia. Where are we? Are we here or here? One or two? Two. Huh? One? Are you sure? Which one? Who said we are here? Number one. You don't know your own maps? It's okay. I'm also bad on geology. Okay. So if you look there, it's somewhere around here. So it's around 70%, more than 80% of the populations. Okay, this is from the Central Intelligence Agency in 2018. Hence, together with these central government-centric efforts, the researchers state governments have tried to promote a new construction project with the concept that best fit human being, as well as increasing the connections with nature. The most commonly used term to describe is eco-friendly construction. I bet that some of you might have heard this before. Namely the biophilic construction project, this could be one of it, and the green construction project. However, in comparison with the green city, the terms biophilic city, which is earlier implemented by Singapore, who have been crowned as the first biophilic city in Southeast Asia in 2013, the concepts of biophilic construction project is still an alien for many. I bet perhaps, who I never heard about biophilic before you enter this hall. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 of you? Okay, you heard that before. That's good. Okay, so it's not an alien for you. Only these 5 are alien. Sorry. No. Okay. So what are the, before we go with it, do we need to implement? Okay, we already know that the benefits of biophilics to our physical, to our emotion, but what are the contributions of biophilics in the bigger picture? So the researcher will look into, one of it is the quintuple helix models. So if you look at the quintuple helix models, it covering 5 aspects. One is the environment, second, the society, third, the academia, fourth, industry, and fifth is the governments. So if you look at biophilics, it covers all these 5. Support sustainable environmental management, so it's cover environment. Society, protect social and economic well-being of the public. Well-being. Now we're talking about the Gen Z. The good thing about Gen Z, we keep complaining Gen Z are lazy, all that. But believing or not, that Gen Z actually taught us one thing, work-life balance. Before this, we never heard about work-life balance. We keep working and then, get our salary and at last get 0 back after you get the paycheck. Anyway, Gen Z taught us one thing about well-being, which is the work-life balance. Before this, we just be a follower. And say like, oh, okay, you didn't finish my work, so you need to continue with it. And once you finish, you can go home. If you're not, stay here. If you need to stay up, stay up. But the good thing about Gen Z, they taught us one thing, work-life balance. Okay, so same goes with biophilic, well-being of the public. Create life, work and learn to address the market's needs. Number 3, introduce new concept of sustainable element affiliating living organism. This is not something new anymore. Industry keep momentum on a new design. We have in architecture, we could have that industry design or whatever. So that could be one of it, but when we introduce biophilic, that could be another option for them. So at the same time, it's ensuring the interest of design concept to lure the market. And last but not least, for Malaysia, achieving local agenda, SPV 2030, inspiring of united, prosperous, and dignify the nation from good health. And last but not least, ensuring full economic potentials grow through the new approach. Okay, that is the contributions of innovation of the quintuple helix models. Okay, this is not something new as well. I bet that most of you have heard about the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal, under the United Nations. It's already there since 2015. So biophilic cover the SDG number 3, good health and well-being. Number 6, clean water sanitation. Number 7, affordables and clean energy. Number 9, industry, innovations and infrastructure. 11, sustainable cities and communities. 12, responsible consumptions and production. Life below water, SDG number 14, and 17, partnerships for the goal. Okay. So if you look here, number 7 is partnership for the goals. It's put at the very last. If you look at any policy, normally partnership they will put at the last. But remember, whatever at the last is the hero. Because hero always appear at the end. If you watch Bollywood, you see the hero come at the last. The hero always, almost die in the hospital. Suddenly, without the heartbeat, after 1 hour, can wake up and come back fight. Okay, same goes with the policy. Okay, if you look there, partnership for the goals. It's at number last, but that is the most important. Okay. So, one of the earlier theories of biophilic is by the Keeler's biophilic design element and attributes in 2008. If you look here, there's 6 elements which is highlighted by Keeler's. 1 is on the environmental features. 2nd, natural shape and form. Number 3, natural pattern and process. 4, light and space. Number 5, place-based relation. And number 6, involve human-natural relationship. So basically, number 1, the attribute, here what we call attribute, okay? The one at the top is the element. So if you look at the attribute here, it's focusing basically into the features of the environment. The color, how is the color of leaf, for example, green. Okay, so if you have a garden, so the garden should have a green color instead of pink color. I know you like pink, black pink perhaps, but garden cannot be pink. It should be green. So you amended that into your even man-made nature, a garden. So the color should be green. Okay, the garden have pond. You put water. Can you replace the water with something else? Maybe you put the water should be a clean water, right? No, I don't want. I'm rich, so I want my fish to live in the Coca-Cola. So you use Coca-Cola. No, you can't, because it's not something natural. It's a man-made creation. So natural ventilation. If you are mechanical students, if you are civil engineering student, you will hear about the words active and passive ventilation. So we have active ventilation. What is it? Active ventilation. One example. Fan. Aircon. Active. It needs mechanical to give the ventilation. And we have passive ventilation. It comes from passive. is come by nature. What is it? Window. We have door. If you open the door, if you open the window, what will happen? The air from in can go out, the air from out can go in. Okay, that one what we call passive ventilation. Okay, like if this room, you close everything, you even switch off the aircon and no fan. Okay, so you shift off all the aircon. What will happen? There's no ventilations, right? It will be humid and feel hot. No, don't look at me. I'm hot, I know, but I'm saying that you feel hot. Feel hot. Look hot. It's okay. That's me. I know. No need compliment. Enough. Okay. So you need passive ventilation. So here you need aircon, for example. Okay. But when we talk about biophilic, it should be a passive ventilation. If it's not a passive ventilation, but it could be some ventilation that could mimic. What is the word mimic meant? Similar. Okay, you copy. So we have now fan that mimicking the wind blow. Wind blow. Okay, natural wind blow, not your mouth blow. Later when you blow with your mouth, your friends die. Don't do that. Okay, fan blow, mimicking the wind blow. Okay. They will spin at certain speed and suddenly slow and then harder, slower. Okay, so that's mimicking the nature. So you feel like you're in the island Bali, but actually you at Jakarta. Okay, so that one of the example. So if you look at the element number 1, that one is focusing on the features of the environment. Number 2, natural shape. Okay, number 2 is more into the shape itself. Example, tree and columnar support. So instead of having support like this, you can change into tree trunk, for example. Okay. I need passive ventilation. Okay. Can we stop for 5 minutes, 3 minutes at least? I need to...
hydrate.
Yeah, sorry. Apologize for that. Sorry for the commercial break. The break is sponsored by Lee Minerale. Okay. So now, instead of having this rectangular, boring column, perhaps we can have a column look like a tree. Here, that's mimicking. Number 3, natural pattern and processes. Sensory variability. Okay, for example, in Turkey it's very common, after you eat, what happened to your hand? What happened to your hand after you eat? Makannya ayam penyet, sambal belacan. Sambal belacan di sini panggilnya apa?
Sambal belacan ya.
Terasi. Baunya enak sekali. So what will you do? So in Turkey, they will give you rose water. It's just like this bottle, and they will, extract the water from the rose. So you wash your hand with that. After you clean, you wash your hand with that. So basically, what is the reason behind? to eliminate the beautiful smell of shrimp coming from Trasi. Okay? So if you have this kind of room and you want to mimic this room with the nature, so instead of having perfume from Paco Rabanne, 1 million, I can see rich student here driving BMW 7 Series. So they use, Paco Rabanne is too cheap. Okay, so what they do, they spray the whole hall with the Paco Rabanne 1 million, for example. So, okay. But so they're not mimicking the nature. So instead of that, just use the cheap one. Rose. If you go to 5-star hotel, what they do? They have a beautiful, big flower, fresh flower. So that will make the wonderful smell in the lobby. Okay, so same goes. So basically, that is one of the examples of natural pattern and processes under sensory variability. So sensory variability doesn't mean only from smell. It could be from the hearing. Okay, like this room, my voice is not good, right? So boring. So for example, so to make my voice good, so maybe I can sound like a cat. Meow. Example. So it's mimicking cat. So you will feel peaceful. Meow. Example. Okay. Number 4, light and space. Okay. So biophilic. Actually, before I forgot. Back then in 1980s, biophilic idea is actually to bring you to nature. But because of urbanization, if you look at the United Nations statistic, as I mentioned previously, in 2025, 70% of the world population will be live in the city. So it means that the population is getting higher in the city. Okay, because of that, we cannot bring you to nature. Instead of bringing you to nature, we bring nature to you. But still, you need the nature, but nature doesn't need you. Okay, so in the concepts of that, light and space. So how to bring nature to you, instead of having light like this, perhaps we can open some of the lighting from outside. We have transparency wall, for example. So it could bring the lighting, natural light from the sun. Okay, it could even reduce the energy use. Okay. So that what is number 4 meant. Natural lighting, filtered and diffuse light, filtered and diffuse, because we play with the shadow, for example. You know, like for example, this room, it could be you be needing perhaps light like this, but perhaps if you want to hear my beautiful voice with the beautiful instrument singing of what was the famous band in Indonesia? Huh? Mandiri, for example. Okay, I don't want to show off. Okay? I don't want you to have blood ears later. So, for example, so you won't need this lighting. Perhaps it will be a dim and focusing only to the what we call the stage. So you need some shade. Okay, so nature is needed, natural lighting is needed, but you should be able to control it. Okay, for example, you want to see a beautiful garden at your house. You're living in the mansion, for example, and you have 10 acres garden. Okay, you want to cover that. So you would like to see it, but then if you are tired and then you need to sleep in the at day, so you need to cover that. So biophilic is allow you to engage with the nature, but at the same time you still have control into that design. Okay, so that is what number 4 meant. Number 5, place-based relationship. Okay, place-based relationship is quite big range. It's not just relationship with the place. For example, do you feel comfortable in this room? Do you feel that the chair is designed for you? Do you feel that? Okay, do you feel that? Okay, but don't take the chair home. It's you designed to use it here, okay, not home, okay? So you feel comfortable. So means that you have a good relationship with the design area. So that's what meant by the place-based relationship. How to do that connection? That's a few. That's what we listed here. For example, geographic connection to the place, historical connection to the place. You have museum, Trisakti. So at least there is a connection. Why do I need to study here? Okay, what is the history about this university? When you know about the history of the university, you will open up your mind and say, oh, this university have this. And what are the benefits, everything's there, the pro and cons. Because of that, you feel connected. Okay? Ibu-ibu, bapak-bapak sudah kahwin? Siapa yang sudah kahwin? 1, 2, 3. Ibu Lisa sudah kahwin belum? Sudah kahwin 1. Sudah kahwin misalnya. Kalau kita tiada relationship, tak ada rasa connection with our partner, you won't feel, you live in the home, but you won't feel that you're living in the home. So same goes with the place. You should have connection with it. Okay? So how you build up the relationship? Many. Even with our partner. History, ideology, cultural connection, perhaps that will even strengthen the connection. Landscape features, landscape ecology, landscape features that define the building form, for example. Okay, why do we need this rectangular type of hall? Why don't we make it round? It's not practical. Round perhaps is for discussion, but here is auditorium, so we will need to have someone to speak and a few more to listen. And you could have some interaction, so you open up the middle parts and also some opening at the transition. Okay, that's example. So you feel connected to the area and you feel comfort. Okay, last but not least, involve human nature relationship. Prospect and refuge, curiosity, change, security and the protection. Okay, do you feel protected here?
Yeah.
You feel like you at your home, right? Even though this is university, but you feel like it is university that you belong to, right? So you feel security. Don't touch the security later. You go to the park guard, the security. No. Feel security. You feel secure to the place, with the place. Okay? So that's one of the attributes in biophilics. That's what be mentioned by Killers in 2008. The second theory was developed by terpenes. I mentioned there 14 patterns of biophilic design, but here you look at, suddenly got 15. So which one, 14 or 15? Anyone got the idea? Why? Back then, terpenes only mentioned on 14. After that, in 2016, 17, if I'm not mistaken, or 14, he added another item, O, which is stimuli that they defy on the existing frame of reference and lead to the change in the perception. So for terpenes, it only have 4 elements and 15 attributes. Okay? So this is the second model. Basically, the idea of the design is still the same. Okay? Affiliating human being with the nature, but instead of bringing you to nature, we bring nature to the design for you to enjoy. And number 5, by Killers and Calabres. Just now it was by Killers, but now Killers make joint venture with Calabres in 2015. Instead of having that much, he simplified only into 3. Direct experience of nature, indirect experience of nature, and experience of space and place. Okay? But do you think that all these 3 models suit for Indonesia? Where these studies have been done? Is it in Asia? Is it in Indonesia? The answer is no. So when we want to implement something, it should be localized. Okay, not everything should be globalized. Okay, you have your food here, gado-gado. Gado-gado is food, right? Yeah. Gado-gado, for example. Food, something shouldn't be globalized. You could introduce to others, but when you here in Indonesia, if I serve you salik, have you heard about it? Salik, rice. You not even heard about it. Just imagine I serve you every day. Salik basically is a rice that you cook with milk, and it's kind of like porridge. It's famous in the Middle East, especially in the Southeast. Just imagine, I don't introduce with you that food. I only introduce you with that food every day. Will you like it? No, it's not practical. Okay, so same goes with all this design. I have mentioned about 3 of the model. Okay, there's a lot more, but only focusing on into these 3. So it's not practical because you want to implement here. I want to serve the food here to the local people, so I should understand what is the local needs. Okay, so I did the study. I summarized the study from not only these 3 but a few more, and classified that basically the elements have 6 and they have a few more attributes. And after that, I did some data collection and also analyze, and at last, that is my finding: the element and attribute of biophilic design of Malaysia. Okay, I want to give you one secret. Is it online or recorded?
It's recorded, but it's not online.
Oh, okay, cannot mention that. Okay, anyway, as a researcher and as an engineer, we have ethic to practice. Okay, what is one of the ethic as engineer? I bet that is the course that you learn in the first semester or second semester, or very last semester. I forgot which one. Ethic.
In the middle of the semester.
In the middle of the semester. Okay, ethic. Okay, very important as engineer. Okay, so as researcher as well, we also have ethic. One of the ethic is do not shock sendiri. Have you heard about this word? Shock sendiri means that I do as what I want, not I do as what is needed and what is true and what is benefiting to the industry, society, and the whole nation. Okay, so there is a case in one country. Okay, they implement wind turbine to the country. So they take this wind turbine from Europe and they bring to this one small country. Name X. I cannot mention, recorded, careful. Okay? So what happened during the launching, the wind turbine cannot rotate manually, naturally by the wind coming. But the ministry are coming. So what are the local agency do? They put generator. So the wind turbine can rotate. So it seems like the project is successful. Okay? So research is the same thing. Okay? Basically, you can't really take something and then you bring it, implement directly. You need to study either it is can be implemented here. Is it suitable with the nature? Is it suitable with the people? Is it suitable with the environment and so forth? Okay? So same goes with biophilic. From that 99 elements and from that 6 elements and 99 attributes, at last I come up only with 55 attributes and 6 elements that suit for Malaysia. Okay, as listed there. Sorry, it's too small. I cannot make it bigger. So basically, that is the current practice of Malaysia in biophilic, and that is the challenges in ensuring the successful of biophilics, and this is how to overcome the strategic action plan. and to make sure that the element and attribute of biophilic design in Malaysia can be implemented. Okay, you can search this and it's free for you to access. Okay, let's go with the case study 1 of biophilic project in Malaysia. Any of you been to Malaysia before? Who have been? One. Which part of Malaysia? Kuala Lumpur. Have you been to Cyberjaya? Kuala Lumpur, which part? Huh? Forget the name. But Kuala Lumpur. Are you sure that is Kuala Lumpur? Okay. So this is Tamarin Square. It's like 30 to 40 minutes from the cities of Kuala Lumpur. It's next to Putrajaya, the administrative states of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Okay. So let's look at this video. I have like around 3-4 minutes video, so I could do some commercial break with the Lee Minerale water. Okay, so let's watch carefully on this video. Are you given a paper? Are they given?
Yes.
You have your own paper. Later we have some hands-on activity, okay? And I got some prize. Cash. Because cash is king. Oh, no. That's not a good and that's not a good way to teach. Okay. So basically, Tamarin Square is one of the good examples of biophilic implementation project in Malaysia. So let's have a look at the ideas of biophilics implementation at this project, Tamarin Square, to open up your minds, the implementations of biophilics. Let's watch this video together. This is not at the ground floor. This is located at the level 3. This is also located at level 3, but it looks like at the ground floor, right? This is the office and also residential. So that's the whole Tamarin Square. Tamarin Square basically is a mixed development project. When we talk about mixed development, means that that particular project have multiple function. One of the function is commercial building. It's not only commercial building. This Tamarin Square will have residential. So second, 2. It have offices. Number 3. Okay. It have public gathering spaces. Number 4. Okay. So basically, Tamarin Square giving 4 functions to the user. Jika kamu suka coffee, here have a lot of coffee shop. Okay. And let's go to the case study number 2. This is a residential area. It's a huge area. When we talk about residential, it's have more than 1,000 houses, and it have also commercial area and also public spaces. Let's look at this Eco Ardens Shah Alam. Okay, if you look at the map just now, you realize that the area covered like 30 to 40% by the greens. So basically that is a green area, and then they turn into the residential area. I want to share something about Singapore. Indeed, why did Singapore become the first city in the Southeast Asia crowned with the biophilic city? The requirement for Indonesia authority, if you want to build something on the green area, you need to reserve at least, if you even need to disturate the whole green, perhaps you need to do restoration back, cover back the green area up to 40%, 30 to 40%, if I'm not mistaken. But Singaporean, they did even better. Okay, so if you look at the, since that this is studies of Malaysia, I didn't show the videos of Singapore, but if you look on the websites, YouTube and all that, you could see that a lot of greeneries. And even though Singapore is not far from Malaysia, it's not very far from Indonesia, yet when you walk, it's still a walkable city. Walkable city means that you feel safe to walk. And you don't feel hot. You look hot and you feel hot, two different things, okay? You don't feel hot. Okay, why? Because even though the requirements that you need to cover 30 to 40% build up with the greens, yet Singapore go beyond that. Some of the area they go even up to 80% cover. So for example, this whole land, this is a piece of land, all green. So they need to have 30, 40%. So this area. So because of they developed this area into a high-rise building, so each 4 or 5 level, they will have some opening and they cover with greeneries. So they fold this one piece of land into 8 times more greens. Do you think that we can do that for Indonesia? Something that we should rethink. That's for the benefits of us and our future generation. Okay? And next, when we talk about industry, heavy industry or heavy industry, what in your mind? It's like us. 3D. Dirty. What was it? Construction industry, all known as 3D industry. Dirty, dangerous, and difficult. So same goes with the industry. Okay, dirty, it produces a lot of carbon dioxide. But let's look at this video. How an American company based in Malaysia, known as Palmerate, they have a factory in Penang, turned the factory into a green nature. Welcome to Malaysian's factory in the forest. Sustainability was an integral part of its entire design process. It's not office, it's a factory. It have water efficiency, proper light, biophilia, and the fundamental human needs for the connections of nature. Shields against the tropical suns, they built this, but still have the natural light, natural daylight to filter in. The garden also promoting biophilia, allow you to connect with the nature. And this, some of the area is also open to public. Some of the area, not all, because it's factory. So it used 45% less energy than any other factory. Okay, so that is biophilic and some of the case study that we can see in Malaysia. So for everything that is a challenge, same goes with the implementations of biophilic adoptions in Malaysia. The most frequent to the least frequent, this is from the case day study. Project, political governments, public maintenance, and environments. So project during the initiation. When we talk about project, what is project? Now we're in project management class. Who is this lecturer? Suddenly talk about civil engineering and then project management. Just now it was in architecture. Who is this guy? So project, what is project? Have you ever heard about PMI, Project Management Institute?
Yes.
It's not only for engineer, it's for everyone. Everyone could be a PMP, Project Management Professional. It could be even teller, it could be dentist, anyone that involved with project. So what is project? Project should have timeline. Project should have budget. Good. What else? Objective. Huh? Resources. Anything more? Contract. Okay. So basically that one under objective. Okay. So that is project. But what are the stages in project? Number 1, initiation. Number 2, implementation. Number 2, you jump too far. Yeah, planning. Number 3, or execution. In construction industry, we call it construction stage. Number 4. Number 4, when you implement, you need someone to observe, monitoring. Number 5, yes, okay, or the handover, project finalization. Okay, so that is project. So the challenges of biophilics during the project. So means that from initiation until the handover. Because it's something new always. Like EV, for example. I'm quite active with, I'm a civil engineer, I'm still practicing. I'm affiliated to FM company, facility management. If you're going from Malaysia to Singapore, you need to go through by CIQ if you go by land. Quarters immigration, custom immigration quarters. So my company doing the facility management for that building, so that whole building. Okay. At the same time, I'm also active with IEEE professional body, Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineer. So let's talk about EV, for example. EV is something new, quite new, even in Malaysia and also Indonesia. So there's a lot of worry about EV, for example. Okay, because it's something new. So it's something that not common. It should have the challenge. Okay, so same goes with biophilic. It's quite new, 1980s, and then newly invented and recalled in the 2015. So it's something new. So the challenge is there because not everyone knows about it. They might heard about it, but they don't know how to deal with it. Okay, so during projects, start from initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and also finalizing the project, there will be a challenge in that. So it's how we as a project manager need to handle on it. Political governments, okay, if we don't have initiative, okay, political will, we don't have a stable governments, that could be the challenge. And it's quite frequently mentioned in many of the studies. Not only my study, but in the previous study as well. Okay, basically if you want to implement anything, political and governance is one of the huge criteria need to be considered. Public, so the reason why I'm here to educate the public now in the university, maintenance, okay? So if you don't have or choose a proper plant perhaps to be planted in your building, it could harm your building, the structural integrity and so forth. And normally during FM, facility management, you realize that some of the area is not even accessible for you to do maintenance. Okay, so this is one of the challenge. And last but not least, environment. Okay. For strategy action plan in adopting biophilic development project, government regulations and standard is the most important. Okay, if you have the buyer, when we talk about something that you want to implement, you need to have the buyer. Like for example, here Jakarta, led by whom? Who's the minister? Jakarta. The governor. The governor. You have the governor here, for example. If the governor doesn't have a parallel or same idea as the president, it will be difficult to implement it. Okay. Number 2, incentive and R&D support. This is quite new things, so there's a lot more research need to be done. Same goes with the EV. If you realize now EV, we have now the battery that can be charged within 5 minutes, from 20 to 80. Previously, it took maximum 15 minutes. Now we have the latest technology from China. It's only 5 minutes. It's just like filling up petrol, for example. So same goes with the biophilic. Awareness and publicity program. So this is one of the program that we do, awareness and publicity program. Education, information and dissemination. Award recognition. So actually the idea of this study to come up with the biophilic index. So have you heard about the GBI, Green Building Index? I bet that most of you heard about GBI. Okay, so we never have biophilic index. So biophilic index could be one of the indicator that to give awards and to recognize any project that equivalence and tally with the ideas of biophilic. Okay, because like for example, if you look at the project, most of the project like what I have shown to you, it's nearly and look like a biophilic, but is it safe claim? Do we have the parameter? Do we have the indicator to assess and to give that rating? We do not have yet as GBI. Okay, so biophilic need to have its own award and recognition. For certain countries in Europe, they either embedded biophilics design into GBI, and some of it they could have even separate index, its own index. Construction project, team project, implementation organization, external environment, and also sustainability. I think that's quite straightforward. Okay, so that is the framework of biophilic design as what I mentioned previously. So this is what suit for Malaysia. So what suit for Indonesia? It could be similar, but it could not be. So a study could be done here. So if you talk about biophilic, in conclusion, is mimicking the environment, the natural, aesthetic function. It's applied the implementations of nature and also modern civilizations, organic form, aesthetic function structure, and also as to conclude, bio-collaboration potential. Okay. You're quite confused. Some of you might not even heard about the GBI. So let's look at the GBI in general. Green Building Index. Why do we need biophilic index if we have GBI? You might asking this. So if you look at GBI, they have generic tools and also they have generic tools and they have generated tool and part in the assessments. Okay, so generic tool here they have GBI non-residential new construction and RNC, GBI non-residential existing building, and they have some generated tools non-residential existing structure, non-residential existing building, non-residential existing building hospital, and for historical building. And they also have GBI residential new construction tools, GBI interior industry new construction, GBI industry existing building tools, and GBI township tools. If you look at the part of assessment here, what they look into: energy efficiency, indoor environment quality EQ, materials and resources MR, water efficiency, innovations. All of these generic and also generated tools will focus on the efficiency of the energy use, and last but not least, the innovations of your own project. So same goes with this one, innovation, but for business, because this is a township. Okay, so GBI focusing from energy use. How efficient is the energy use? For example, one of the energy, water. One of the energy, lighting. Electricity. So how you utilize that? How you reduce that? That is GBI. So if you compare GBI, the purpose of GBI assessment, assessing the overall sustainability of the building, covering multiple aspects: energy, water, site, material, innovation. But biophilics measure the presence and the integrations of the biophilic nature-related element in the building design and environment. The focus area, a biophilic strongly emphasize natural element, likely greeneries, daylight, natural ventilation, organic material habitats, creations, human nature, interaction. So it's about the nature and about the interaction between you and the nature. But for GBI, it's quite generic, so it's broad focus including energy efficiency, indoor environment quality, site management, materials, water usage, and innovation. Even the scope is quite different, specific to biophilic, but for GBI, comprehensive sustainability, green building performance across technical and environmental criteria. And you look at the assessment component, direct and indirect connection, Natural patterns and processes, place-based relation involve human-nature relationship. But here, energy efficiency, indoor, sustainable, water and materials and resources, water efficiency, innovation, climate, and also environment and ecology. Okay, so this is more specific into the connection, but this is into quite generic. Okay. If you look into the similarity, some of it have similarity. So that's the reason why, if you look at the Europe country, some of it they embedded the biophilic index into green building index. Some of it they make a separate index. Why they make separate index? Because of the previous table. But this table shows or strengthens the reason why they amended the green building index, biophilic index into green building index. So this is the mapping of biophilic design aspect into GBI tools categories. Okay, for key takeaway for today, indoor environment EQ is the most aligned with biophilic. Sustainable site management, SM, environment and ecological are the most related to the external landscape. Innovation, similar to the creative biophilic features. Township tools is similar to the strategic under biophilic neighborhood, and therefore biophilic design can help score points in GBI assessment. That's the reason why some of the country they embedded the biophilic into GBI. Okay. With that, thank you, my talk. But let's have some activity. Can we take 5 minutes of your time to do activity? Possible? I believe that most of you have a piece of paper. If you don't steal, but pay your friend to get a piece of paper. Look at this room. What can we do to improve this room with the ideas of biophilic? So you can sketch this room in 5 minutes, make a design, and turn this room into a biophilic, a mimicking nature.
Jadi anak-anak silakan mengambil secari kertas ya, lalu coba silakan inspeksi, observasi ruangan ini dan coba lihat apa yang bisa kalian tambahkan ya terkait desain biophilic yang tadi dijelaskan oleh Dr. K. Ayo, silakan.
Okay. To help you, any of you from architecture? None. Okay. To help you, before you go with the design, you need first to understand about this room. So how you get to know about this room? This is the site analysis. Okay. Before we start, maybe we can have a look at this room. Look into the climate, the user flow, where we come in, how we go out. Okay. Where is the existing passive active ventilation? Where is the light? Is the light sufficient or not? Is the room soundproof or not? Things like that. And then geographical, who use this room? Okay, this room is for what? Okay, historical, why is this room is needed? And infrastructure. Okay, so if you have this analysis, it will help you to create the designs of a biophilic hall. Okay, so this is the example of site analysis. Okay. So perhaps in 2 minutes first, I give you time 2 minutes to do the site analysis. You don't need to write like this. Just, roughly get some idea. 2 minutes, so you have one piece of paper, and the front page you can do the site analysis. At the back side you can sketch your beautiful hall for the civil engineering and planning faculty. if you have question, you may ask. I will walk around. 2 minutes.
Oke, jadi silahkan listing ya kira-kira desain apa yang mau kalian integrasikan dalam waktu 2 menit. Kalau misalnya ada pertanyaan, silahkan bertanya ke Dr. K. Atau mungkin ke saya, nanti saya coba terjemahkan nih. Kalau misalnya ada yang nggak pede pakai bahasa Inggris.
Satu minit sudah pun berlalu. 1 minit hanyalah kenangan yang lepas. 1 minit berbaki untuk kamu membuat analisa.
Dr. K, I just want to inform there's also my students from built environment sustainability engineering. Perhaps this is quite aligned with these lecture materials. I
Excellent.
think you could ask my students perhaps because I could push them a little higher.
We'll see. Maybe we can see the difference design from the built environment student and non-environment student. We'll see which one get better.
Oke, jadi yang masuk di kelas RLTB silahkan dikerjakan dengan serius ya tugasnya. Ada dosennya di sini kebetulan.
Jangan bagi dosennya malu. Oke, 30 saat berbaki untuk menganalisa ruang. Kalau tidak ada masa, tak perlu analisanya, tulis. Boleh juga digunakan di dalam otak. Ya. Ruangnya bagaimana? Rasanya ada apa yang perlu baru pintunya mau di-hack, mau ditukar ke tempat lain. Ya. Some additional lecture. If you into management or if you into leadership, okay, one of the tools in management that we commonly use is SWOT analysis. It's very general, but SWOT analysis is a powerful tool. So if you look there, you can see SWOT analysis. What is SWOT? It's come from the word strength, weakness, opportunity, and also threat. So if you can't make these complex analysis, perhaps you can come up with SWOT. Look at what is the strength of this hall, what are the weaknesses that you could improve, what are the opportunity that you can use from the weakness perhaps, and what are the threats that you could eliminate or reduce. Two minutes completed. So let's start the 5 minute for the design. Okay? What can be improved? Just sketch. You don't need to use ruler, eraser, thermometer. What was it? The vernier caliper. Test tube gak perlu. YouTube mungkin.
Jadi kalau sudah menuliskan kira-kira apa yang bisa ditambahkan desain biofiliknya, coba mulai sketsa, mulai digambar ya. Nggak usah yang artistik banget atau estetik banget gitu ya. Kapan lagi kan dapat tugas ngegambar dari kuliah teknik sipil? Nah, menarik nih.
We will start the evaluations at 11:35 in 7 minutes time. I give you 2 minutes bonus.
Dr. K, is it okay if I spread around to see the work of my students?
Dosennya dah takut tuh. So, Pak, studentnya duduk di mana? Student Bapak duduk di mana?
It's spreading anywhere. I see her. There are two of my students there.
Maybe you can choose the best from your student.
Actually, I'm kind of afraid.
And I will choose one from the none of student. Okay. Can you put your drawing up so we can see?
Apakah ada satu volunteer yang mau menunjukkan desainnya? Yuk. Sebelum saya tunjuk dari kelas saya.
Gak apa-apa. Sama-sama belajar.
Nah itu. Gimana? Bisa? Coba sama ketua BEM, visioner dia kata gitu.
Sudah lapar kan? Cepat. Lagi cepat makan. Sudah ada Pak kandidatnya?
Sevanya.
Okay. One nun from the Faculty of Civil who want to show. Can?
Ayo, satu orang lagi volunteer. Atau kita suruh ketua BEM-nya aja, Pak ya? We have one volunteer here.
Okay, cool. Come.
That's actually a good sketch.
Come. We have 4 chairs here. You can sit here and introduce.
Siapanya?
Mari mahasiswanya. So what you need to do in 1 minute, introduce your name, which faculty, which course, which faculty, and pitch about your design. Yeah, sure. You can stand there and you can come here. It's free for you.
Ini gambarnya sini aja kan Pak?
Bisa. Jangan present di rumah sudah.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Ananda Maulana Yusuf and I'm from Civil Engineering 24. Is it okay if I use bahasa Indonesia?
The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. So the first of all, I want to add the window in the behind of the room. Terus untuk for the roof, I will change. I will use like the wooden balok kayu gitu di atasnya. Jadi atasnya tuh bisa dipakai kaca. Cuman untuk to reduce the sunlight, saya bakal pakai balok kayu gitu, dan nanti untuk estetikanya jadi balok kayunya tuh nggak yang lurus biasa tapi agak miring-miring gitu supaya nanti cahaya mataharinya juga masuknya tuh bagus gitu. Terus karena ini kan ada proyektor, jadi di situ karena kalau dilihat di kompas itu bagian utaranya kalau nggak salah ke sana. Jadi ini kan selatan. Jadinya dia gak bakal terlalu kena matahari gitu. Jadi proyektornya nanti bakal masih jelas. Terus di atasnya juga supaya lebih biofolic itu bisa dikasih tanaman rambat. Jadi untuk menghindari kotor kan, takutnya tanaman rambat itu kan kotor ke bawah kan, bisa dikasih jaring-jaring di atas balok kayunya supaya bawahnya tuh nggak yang terlalu kotor gitu. Terus untuk alasnya juga nggak bakal pakai karpet kayak gini, tapi bisa dipakai apa ya namanya? Bisa dipakai alas yang kayak motif kayu gitu, ya. Terus juga karena di ruangan ini masuk dari cahaya matahari langsung, bisa juga ditaruh beberapa tanaman di sudut ruangan. Mungkin that's it. Thank you.
Ibu Lisa, katanya lantainya mau tukar ke kayu. Tadi Bapak dah mention saya juga direktor di satu perusahaan untuk interior design. Boleh beli daripada saya project. Thank you for that wonderful ideas and also presentation. Can we have the second speaker, second presenter, please?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Stefania Alivia Febrian. I'm from Faculty of Civil Engineering. So I want to present my design just for this room, okay? First of all, maybe I'm gonna mix with Bahasa Indonesia and English. For the floor is with wooden floor, but it's just for like penutup lantai. Karena kami belajar sama Bu Lisa juga, kalau misalnya kan ini ruangannya auditorium, pasti bebannya kan berat tuh. Jadi kita slabnya harus diperkuat, tapi penutup lantainya menggunakan wooden floor. Terus yang pasti ini kan menggunakan like central air conditioner, AC. Jadi mungkin itu nggak se-eco-friendly itu. Jadi we gonna change it with like what is it about like passive ventilation? It's make we didn't need to use central AC. That's a lot of electricity, yeah. And then we also add like window for lighting, so we didn't need to use like a lot of lamp. And then I really want to like make air mancur di belakang, so waterfall. So we can make like a little aquarium, and then we add some like animals and stuff in the back. And then we put like a lot of plant in this. We didn't need to use this like what kind is this chair, but we use like eco-friendly furniture with wood and stuff. And then we can change this front background with like apa ya, tanaman rambat yang apa tuh namanya,
Money
tanaman
plant.
rambat.
Money plant.
Yeah.
Pokok duit-duit.
Maybe that's all. We just can make this whole room become like a nature.
Okay,
Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you for the wonderful presentations and idea. It's just that when it is realized, you make that ideas into realistic. I'm afraid that when I come here back, no one will look at me. Everyone will stare at the beautiful aquarium at the back. Okay, so since this is a diplomatic country, you choose your leader. So let's choose the winner. Who think that Mr. Ananda should be the winner? Put your hands up. Only, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. And who think that Miss Stefania should be the winner? Hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Let's introduce the winner.
Me. Okay, based on direct votings, I guess the winner of the biophilic design contest today is, congrats Ananda.
Bank Indonesia 100.000. Ini cukup tak ni? Beli apa? Boleh makan tengah hari?
Cukup
Kopi?
lah, cukup lah.
Bolehlah minum kopi.
Boleh. Ayo. Apa? Tapi tadi lebih banyak loh.
Pemenang 100.000 di Malaysia boleh beli kereta Mercedes. Thank you. It's not about money, it's about motivation. Thank you for that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for letting your ears. Thank you for having me today. Thank you for the wonderful invitations and audience. Thank you very much. Terima kasih.
Okay. I hope that your insights and your material presentation will help us to design a better future. Like livable, greener ones. Okay? In conclusion, today's session has highlighted the essential role of biophilic design in shaping a sustainable and resilient built environment. We explored how integrating natural elements into our buildings and cities not only supports environmental goals, but also significantly enhances human health, well-being, and productivity. Through global and local examples, we've seen how biophilic strategies can transform spaces into living systems that reconnect people with nature. As we move forward in reimagining our post-pandemic future, let us embrace biophilic principle as a core part of sustainable urban development. Thank you for your attention, and with that, I'd like to return the session to our host today. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we end the session, maybe I would like to ask all the participants to come forward to take a picture together, please.
Before I forgot, sorry for the jokes. It's just a joke. Don't take it seriously. Later, if you need tissue or shoulder, you can come to me.
Ini kita fotonya gimana?
Oh, okay. Untuk teman-teman semuanya boleh berdiri dan maju ke depan ya. Maju ke depan. Boleh tolong maju lagi teman-teman?
Oke, udah semua kita mulai ya. Oke, izin standby, boleh lihat kamera sini. Standby 3, 2, 1. Sekali lagi 3, 2, 1. Izin boleh gaya Trisakti seperti ini semua teman-teman. Oke, senyum 3, 2, 1. Tahan sekali lagi sebentar. 3, 2, 1. Oke, terima kasih banyak.
Okay, thank you very much for Dr. Khairul and Mr. Sabto for giving us such an informative and comprehensive for our speakers and all of us here. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally come to the end of this event. On behalf of the committee, I, Fiedra Azalia, would like to say thank you for allowing some of your precious time to join us and participating in this event. And wish you have a safe trip back. Have a great rest for the day. Thank you all.